Screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Williams. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got his man Hilton. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. This go around, he's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Palmer. And that's complete to Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
The quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra body position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play there, a nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22, and now running right through it. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Palmer now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Gresham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Here's Palmer to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Palmer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
throw on second down. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Chad Williams, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vandal advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Palmer. Caught right side. Jerron Brown. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Dawson's kick is good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16, a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now it's Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Palmer. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And Carson Palmer's going to turn 38 in December. Actually contemplated not coming back in 2017. I wonder how disappointing he was in the 2016 season.
Well, do you think that that's a reason that he's back?
I think that maybe he feels like there's one more good run in this Arizona Cardinals team, and he wants to be the QB for it.
On the toss, here's Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Johnson on the counter. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go. 3-19. Detroit!
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Dawson's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Palmer. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Palmer to throw. Down man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They pitch it out to Johnson. He's to the 10. Still going. They can't stop him. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye. They toss it out right to Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense